Okay, short video on basically adapting the Apimaye bottom board to a polystyrene box. The thing with polystyrene boxes, you can notice they're about 1.5 inch and 5/8 wide, so much wider than a typical wood colony. And you can see how the box here just doesn't mesh correctly with this bottom board, and there's gaps and holes and all that type of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to make myself a shim. I'll prop it up just above this height here, probably, so it doesn't interfere with the entrance reducer. And what I'll probably do is actually put a plate in and make a pseudo, whatchamacallit, not really a slatted rack there, but I will put a deflector plate in there. So, and to prevent some swarm cells and stuff, like I said, I'll just put a probably a 1x4 plate in the front going across to basically cover the front here, and then the bees it won't interfere with this this collector, because you can see the collector holes start about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches from the front. Just to keep it simple, I'm going to use 2x4s, and you can see how the height is actually pretty damn good. And what I'm going to do is just use my table saw and rip probably 3/4 inch, probably inch, about 1 inch pieces, and then I'll just put them together and make a nice shim, and then put a 1x3 or 1x4 plate across like that. And then I've got my pseudo slatted rack for the summer, because I think most importantly, it's more the front plate here, I think, is more important than the slats going across. The slats going across are important for the winter, but in the summer, I think this front plate is more important. Okay, I ripped all my pieces. So if you're going to build your own bee equipment, a table saw is a must to get nice square corners. So you can see these are the long pieces. So they'll go, this is the poly box upside down, so I'll go like that. And on the miter saw there, I've got some other pieces, and these go like this across. So I'm just going to build a nice little square joint there so I can merge them together, keep it simple. Put a couple staples and some glue, and I should be good. And then I can start using my Apimaye boards. Sunny day today, so it's still close to 0, probably 2-3 degrees in the shade, but hopefully by 2-3 p.m. Peak temperatures, I'll be warm enough for me to just do a quick inspection, bottom board and clean up, reduce it if I have to, and then basically I'll probably replace the current boards with these ones, but TBA, not sure what I'm going to do yet. Okay, a couple hours later, I've got these adapters made now. You can see how, I guess it's almost a slatted rack. Technically, I can add some pieces here later if I see too much, I guess, comb below the frames, but for now I'll just leave it like that. So basically, there we go. It fits pretty good. I'm not the best finishing carpenter. I'm more of a rough type person, because I just don't have the patience to measure. And you'll notice that a couple pieces I mismeasured, so I had to cut some new ones. So I messed up 3 times before I figured out that I guess my groove was too wide. I used the flat side instead of the top side, but I guess it is what it is. So that piece of advice, measure twice before you cut, is very valid advice. So here's a box. So that'll just sit on top like that. And you can see now that my poly box is fit on top of the Apimaye, bottom boards. So, which is good. And I guess I didn't get to do any inspections today. It got cloudy and it snowed, so it'll have to wait till either tomorrow, Tuesday if I'm lucky, but they're calling rain and snow tomorrow and the next day, so, and then I'm leaving for 2 weeks. But anyways, it is what it is. So at least these are done. They'll be ready for when I come back. And I got 4. And yeah. And eventually I'll probably infill the sides here with insulation. I do need to do something in the front here to block that off, because I'm not a big fan of over ventilating colonies, because I don't want wind to blow right the way through. Maybe you folks down south need that, but up here heat conservation is way more important than extreme flows. So anyways, it's I can start using these Apimaye bottom boards now. It's a simple project. Cheers.